Okay, this is going to be an energy read. This is something about the higher self. It's like the higher self is being prepared right now by doing more filtering when it comes to random messages. So how can I say that? Y'all kicking anything out of y'all reality that doesn't, energetically, now we talk about energetically. Energetically, y'all are doing an inventory and y'all kicking out anything that would pose a threat or is not flowing with what you already have going on. Okay. Yeah, getting rid of chaos and negativity. I definitely saw that. Okay. All right. Okay, so a lot of people are learning about the truth now, and that's helping them expand. Um, the truth is coming in all different forms. You're learning about people, places, and things. You accepting a reality. You taking accountability where your energy is concerned. Because now you have a sense of direction. Before you was held still, and you was like, it's like you need information because some people you can't trust. You need information about promotions because you don't know if you can advance and make different purchases. It's just so many environments and situations that people couldn't expand until they knew, got word back from external sources. Okay, so that's what that's saying. Everybody's getting that truth and they are recalibrating for their direction, whether they're going to move, whether they're going to stay. You know, are they going to buy big? Are they going to buy small? Oh, that's recalibration. All right, y'all learning how to fly. So learning how to fly means, this is saying, this card says sorting and discernment. And it's like learning how to fly is like when you take off on any concept in your life, it gains momentum depending on what you add and what you take away. So now with so many people learning the truth about situations, how everything, how accountability is not just about another person, it's about what you allow. And it's making me kind of cringe inside because people say these things, but I'm just trying to break it down so y'all can understand at a deeper level. You becoming more conscious about the things that you accept, because in this whole introspective period that we haven't had the truth from external sources, you kind of went in and asked, why did you make those choices? Why was you settling? Why did you stay at a job for so long? If you wasn't happy, if you wasn't getting the truth, if you wasn't getting the things that you needed, not the things that you wanted, but the things that you needed, because people need things to grow. And when you preoccupied by external forces, that loss of sense, that loss of direction and feeling, it's just so much stuff to get caught up dealing with an external source. And all of introspective period where y'all had the time to go in allowed you to release it, even though you didn't have the truth from external sources. I hope I'm making sense, but you're learning how to fly much better by holding yourself accountable. You are, it's so much stuff flooding through my mind. I'm gonna just shoot it off, but it's like when somebody, it's like you know stuff, that's pretty much it. You knew the stuff. You knew a lot of things, but you didn't have proof. You know what I mean? You know you felt a certain way. You know you felt disappointed, sad. And instead of sitting there and waiting for somebody to admit it, waiting for somebody to show it, and it doesn't matter if it's a person, because it could be a job. You could be at a dead-end job and you could be telling yourself, I got to stay in this paycheck for one more week. I got to stay in this job for one more week. When you knew you should have made the plans to move to a sister company, move to, just do a move in general. Whether it's location or um, a level, to a position. So this is what I mean by y'all learning how to fly. That's discernment. Discernment is taking accountability for you. How long you allow something to stay in your life, because you might need to learn a lesson. And that's what we did. We learned about a lot of lessons. That's what the truth is about. Now it's helping you to move forward, because when you use discernment, you are more focused on the future than the truth. You can't do the same. You can't do both of those things at the same time. You cannot. So now, with y'all learning how to fly, this is what y'all letting go of. Sound element, it says every tone has a unique power. This is interference. Y'all letting go of interference. Like I said, anything that does not go with the flow of your reality, you're letting it go. You're not trying to figure it out. You're not trying to get proof. Now, you fine. You making peace with it and you letting it go. This is what you're flying towards. What you're flying towards is being more defensive, especially when it comes to your desires. I feel like it's secrecy in this card. Not secrecy, but privacy, boundaries. It's on guard, but it's not blocking. This is very important. It's on guard, but it's not blocking. Okay, and that's very important. Like I said, you feel indifferent about the things that you left behind. You're not supposed to figure it out. It was in your life, so you can go ahead and start to shift and go into a direction. Okay, because some things hold us back because we all tied into one. Um, Let me find out. I want two cards. I want one here and one here. What this card is, like I said, your heart is open, but you're still on the defense. So it's not, this card doesn't have aggression in it. That's not what I'm feeling. I'm just feeling it's more, it's a probationary period in this card. So that's what you're going to. You're opening your heart back up again. But you're aware of everything that you left behind. You're aware of how long you should stay in a situation, like I said before, what works and what doesn't work. So that's very good. You know what I mean? Because you can't not learn a lesson. You can't not run into, it's not going to be just straight positive times, but your awareness is at a point where you're still learning how to set boundaries, where to set boundaries. But you know that the things that come to you are going to be flawed. You're flawed. There's things that, things you'll introduce in your reality that needs to be worked on, and things in another person, place, or thing. Things, reality. And I always say that it's nouns because I don't like to base it on a relationship, but it's things that will be introduced in your reality that are off balance. How long and how much are you going to let that thing throw you off balance? After leaving behind all this interference, the odds are you'll be flying much more smoother. You will not be taking heavy pitfalls. Okay, so let me get this card. I just like to explain it to y'all a little bit. So what are you on the defense about? The past, present, and future. So everything is coming at once. There are people from the past coming up. There are future opportunities coming in. And there are things from the present that still needs to be resolved, or a decision needs to be made. That's the defensiveness. So like I said, it's not aggressive defensiveness. It's kind of overwhelming. Needing something to kind of, you want time to kind of slow down. How do I say that? It's just overwhelmed. It kind of makes you feel like you want to close back up, because it's like, this is the time that I've been waiting for, and you've been fighting so hard to get through. Then now you just like, I want to be alone. I want to be quiet, but not in a mean way. It's just, overwhelming. Okay. Now what you open to is, I want to grab two cards. The first chakra is opening up, which is the seat of your soul. That's your motivation and your energy. A lot of people felt stuck, stagnant, agitated, irritated, wanting to move and not knowing what direction to move in. So, impulsiveness causes you to go in a direction. It causes you to make the desperate choices. But that's opening up. So you're open to being open. You're open to beginning new things. But at the same time, you're defensive because there's too much coming in at one time. There is the past. Have they worked on their self? Is this job really going to give me a promotion? Should I really get a dog right now? Or a pet? Things like that. Should I really have a child right now? And then you have the present. The present is unresolved issues. Is everything that I have in my life right now running smoothly? Is it anything that I need to get rid of right now that I'm using or don't need? And then you have the future opportunities that go in a completely different direction from where you are now and the past. A lot of things are not going to go together. So you open to these opportunities, but You still in that evaluation period, okay? Now I wanted to pull 2 cards because when this first chakra opens up and it starts expanding, it sends a signal out to other people in your reality. They know you are about to move. They start calling. Everybody starts coming back in to you. Past, present, and future starts calling. They know you're about to make a big move. So sometimes this can be because they got news before you did. This can be because our energy is, like I said, tied into one. Everybody is aware of other people's energy, so they can feel when you're happy, sad, moving, and they get insights. They get dreams and visions just like you do. So I wanted to pull something on top of that because that can cause, it's causing something to shoot out of that. It might be causing interference to the past. That's what's so weird. But this new beginning for you might disrupt a lot of things, and that's irrelevant. But I'm just saying, why would I want to pull this card on top of it? It says wood element, cheeriness, and natural growth. So because your first chakra is open up, it's making you more grounded. Like I said, people are picking up on your new starts, okay? It's so weird. I want to get a card right here because I'm feeling, I'm not going to say it's jealousy, but this interference card right here, I don't understand how your new start would cause an issue for other people. It's just, it's heavy in my stomach where it's just telling me, it's like, it's something that needs a lot of patience. I'm going to say that because you don't want to misjudge anything. I'm getting it heavy in my stomach. You don't want to misjudge anything. And that's so important because these cards do work while y'all listening to them. So if you get like stomach issues like gas or anything like that, these cards actually clear you out. The message that I give from any of my cards is going to clear you out. So there's something here where you need patience. You need patience so you don't become impulsive. Your decisions have to be grounded, and judgment is a big issue. And now I'm feeling it in my chest. So it's like, here's what I'm gonna say. Okay, I'm sorry because it was so overwhelming for me. I keep telling y'all this part right here is very overwhelming. If you need time, take a break. Do not let anybody rush you into a decision. Do not take phone calls if you don't want to. Do not see people if you don't want to. Okay? If you have time off from a job and if you need a break, you need to take it. If you need rest and you're being told to lay down, you need to do it. If you're being told you need water, a bath, your spiritual protection and your physical health, as far as your stress, your mental health, your emotional health, and your physical health, you have to make sure you're grounded. And I think that's what the issue is. That's why these cards is here. When this is rising, you gotta make sure that you don't make yourself overwhelmed, because now a lot of people are catching up to your energy, and that's overwhelming because it's trying to integrate into you, but at the same time you're opening up and starting to flower, which is causing a lot of panic, a lot of forgiveness, a lot of sorrow. Is causing a lot of things. So your healing is having a ripple effect on everybody that you've given advice to or helped, or you know what I mean. That's what's coming through for the collective. A lot of people that was there in people's time of need, because we moving into one mind. And when that happens, when people go through heavier situations, they always remember the light. When people say that people die and see the light, it's kind of like that with ego deaths and everything else. People remember the people that helped them. There was a light in their life, and that's where that's coming from. Okay, now I'm gonna get one more here, and then I think I'm gonna just label this and leave it. Okay, it says pericardium meridian, protection and self-love. So it's a long introspective period that you went through, a long period of solitude, but the solitude was more this card right here, the small intestine meridian, sorting and discernment. It was personal. It was personal. It was not, directed to anybody else. It was you recalibrating. And I think that this kind of halted everything and drew the attention into you. It drew all the attention into you when you chose yourself, when you went into solitude, when you just needed to shut down. Okay, you needed to be shut down, but it was on purpose. This is so you could get connected to spirit. Okay, it's a heavy connection to spirit too, because I don't think you realize how much you it's some. I'm gonna say talk to yourself. I'm gonna just say it, just like you don't realize that when you talking to yourself, you do a lot of meditation. And I think that a lot of people think meditation is one way, but you are heavily connected to spirit. Like you constantly talking to them. You are constantly talking to them. And I think that you got more comfortable with this because it's like seeing the truth of a situation. You're not taking things personal, and you're learning to have better judgment. You're allowing things to prove their self without people pleasing. um you're just more on a guard, but not a defensive guard. It's just like, I'm not going to get overwhelmed. The only reason I'm on the defensive guard is because I got overwhelmed. You kind of, with everybody's interference, with everything that you had running in your reality, because I'm not blaming it on people, everything that you had running in your reality was messing with your connection that you originally had. When you pray for something, you bring it in faster. When you quiet, and that don't mean you got to be quiet forever. It's just saying that you had a lot of distractions and interruptions when it comes to spirit, and now you back online. So now that everything is waking up and coming to you at one time, you are pacing yourself, and you learning what your limits are, what you're gonna do. This is boundaries. It's just boundaries. What you're gonna do, how long you're gonna do it for, if you can participate. Showing proof, probationary periods. It's a probationary period for you, but everything is incoming as well, because it's a lot of opportunities here for healing, promotional advancement. Um, and I think I should get y'all. Let me get one of these cards because I got new cards coming, but and I don't want to make it too long. This is called Divine Doors. I just got these cards. Inner Power of Moments Joy. Let me flip them over because I like to read the door. I'm still getting familiar with these cards. So the promotion, like I said, promotion, advancement. It's a lot of things coming in for y'all. I'm going to just get one card and see what's going on. So with this card, it's showing the sun. It's something about the sun coming up. It's something about you coming into darkness. But it's also something about, I see location, like as far as travel. It's something about photography. I don't know what that's about, but I can't really put my finger on this card the way I want to, but I don't know. I'm getting the sun setting. There's something about these people that's in the background. Okay, I know what it is. It's some meeting happening with like-minded individuals. These like-minded individuals was the ones that actually did the work. And because you don't know, like I said, with the past coming in, it's a lot of people that actually got triggered to go into the dark night of the soul, or they were going through it with you. And it's like, it's a finish line basically. You're going to be meeting people at this same pace that's not in their ego, not in their pride. They're tired. They don't mind if you don't pick up the phone. They understand. They're more understanding with your situation because they went through something similar, and they're very, very tired. And it's kind of like a bereavement group. There you go. Okay. Oh, well, let me read the back of this card. It says sunset. Time here turns to release and unfurl old cords of pain. Fade as the sun's light burns. I'm sorry, y'all. I'm just reading it. I'm trying to take it in. I feel words and pictures. Okay. It says sunset. Time here turns to release and unfurl old cords of pain. Fade as the sun's light burns. Old cords of pain fade as the sun's light burns. I'm trying to tell you. That is what I said. And I'm not even going to shuffle the deck. I feel like I'm going to start reading the doors off of this card and then flipping over the one that I interpret. It's very healing. It's very healing. It's like a memorable moment. I think that's what the the camera was or the photography. It's like, it's a Kodak. I don't know if nobody else, because I'm older, but Kodak. It's like a Kodak picture moment to see who made it through. It's like, it's so much relief. It's so much relief from the past with people that actually made it through, and it's such a good feeling. Hold on, just let me get it. You wanted somebody, you wanted certain people to make it, like unconsciously, even if you don't pray. It's some people that you know had potential, and your heart was just like, I really hope that everything works out for them, because you love their children, you love them, um, you understood their trauma, and you was pulling for a lot of people, and I don't think you know that. And that's what that card was saying. It's like you're gonna be very, very happy and relieved that certain people made it through. You're gonna be thankful to God, truth be told. But that's it for this reading, y'all.